Okay. This is my picture from 1964, making the Olympic team.
For Wyomia Tyus, this is not just memories.
My medals from Mexico City. They both gold. They may not look like it, but they are.
This is history. The 76-year-old is a living legend. She broke Olympic records, becoming the first person ever to win back-to-back gold medals in the 100-meter dash. But her feats and her talent never getting the shine they deserved.
People always say, you were the first person. Yeah, but, you know, if you talk to the world, they won't know that. They'll tell you it was a man that did it.
Tyus competed during an era when women in athletics were not valued. She went on to fight for more equality in sports. Tyus' story, just one of many profiled in ESPN's latest docu-series, 37 Words, which takes a magnifying glass to Title IX, the landmark civil rights law. It marked a watershed moment for women's rights when it passed in 1972.
President Nixon reluctantly signs the $19 billion education bill,
forcing schools to create equitable space for women and girls in the classroom, on sports teams, and with scholarships.
It's 50 years since we've had Title IX, and it has had impacts that I think its founders could not have dreamed of.
At the helm of the project, award-winning filmmaker Dawn Porter, who has chronicled pivotal moments and people in American history, like civil rights icon John Lewis in the critically acclaimed documentary Good Trouble.
Get in trouble! Good trouble! Necessary trouble!
What led you to look at Title IX?
You know, Title IX is one of the most misunderstood civil rights laws. It just says, you know, no person shall be discriminated against in education. But something so simple has had an outsized impact for women and girls in education.
The law has evolved to help fight sexual harassment and discrimination, along with paving the way for women in sports. But its existence has also been met with challenges.
Part of the reason that it's known as a sports law, the biggest backlash was from big coaches at big universities. And they thought this is going to ruin athletics for men.
Before Title IX, around 32,000 women played sports in college. In 2020, that number soaring to more than 200,000.
The idea that we could help remind younger women of the battles that came before, of all of the hard work that has gone into presenting them with the opportunities that they have, that was a major motivation for doing this series.
One of the pioneers who fought those battles, tennis legend Billie Jean King. The beginnings of her advocacy profiled in the series.
I started to realize that everybody who played wore white shoes, white socks, white clothes, played with white balls, and everybody who played was white. And I thought it shouldn't matter, you know, what your skin color is, what your religion, it didn't make sense to me, even at that young age. So that epiphany has shaped the rest of my life.
Billie Jean is everywhere. She's one of the first to challenge inequality in women's pay in professional tennis. She is now a current part owner of a women's soccer team. She's there at the start of professional basketball. She just never quits.
You also introduce us to lesser-known voices.
The discovery of the story of Wyomia Tyus is one of the things I'm the proudest of in this series.
Why don't we know her name, just as we know Billie Jean King or so many others?
Black women have the dual discrimination deficit. So you not only are a woman, but you're a Black woman. And so you have to work, 4 times as hard in order to get noticed. Sometimes some of us Black women have to help a sister out.
30 students, and with Booker Washington as the only teacher, began what is now known as Tuskegee Institute.
Tuskegee was the first school that gave some type of work aid, a scholarship to Black women. And then you had other Black colleges like Texas Southern, Tennessee State, and that was it. No other schools did anything for women in sports, any sport.
It was extremely rare for any woman of any race or background to get an athletic scholarship. That is such a huge part of history, the role of the HBCUs in supporting women of that time.
At the age of 15, Tyus was scouted by Tennessee State University's women's track and field coach, Ed Temple.
This is a letter that Mr. Temple sent to my mom and I, saying that I had been awarded a scholarship to Tennessee State. This is the start of my life.
Tyus eventually qualifying for the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo, where she won her first gold medal.
It was Edith McGuire, Marilyn White, and myself. And the gun went off, and I am running, and I keep going. We get to the tape, and I lean at the tape, and Edie is running over saying, "You won, Tyus, you won." I said, I did.
She would go on to win gold again in the 100-meter at the 1968 Games in Mexico City.
It is a feat that had broke all records at the time, and no one covered her. She wore dark shorts to protest discrimination, just like the famous picture of the men. Wyomia was doing her own protest, and no one asked her about it.
She went on to help form the Women's Sports Foundation with Billie Jean King.
That's right. She would make sure that the needs of the minority women were also being expressed and being heard. Wyomia Tyus is indisputably an unsung hero of the Title IX movement.
The movement to protect Title IX continues.
The future of Title IX is another one of those civil rights laws that we need to be vigilant about.
It still is not equal. Don't let anyone take your fire from you. Always stand up for your rights. If nobody else hears you, you continue to yell from the mountaintop.
Our thanks to Deborah. You can watch Part 1 and Part 2 of ESPN's 37 Words, now on Hulu.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.